So last week there's a headline going around. Toronto new home prices just crashed over 10% in 1 month. Kind of a wild number. Well, here's the thing. 2 months before that, the exact same source ran a headline saying prices were jumping because builders were pocketing a government rebate. Same market, same rebate, two totally different stories. 8 weeks apart, somebody's wrong here. Or maybe the number itself is the problem. Hi, I'm Marco Momeni, selling best homes and condos for 24 years in Toronto and GTA, and working with Remax Hallmark. Stick with me. By the end, you'll know exactly what to actually check before you believe either headline. And there is one thing basically nobody's telling you about this number. So here's the number that's got everyone talking. Single family new home prices down 10.7% in June. That's about 150 grand gone in 30 days. Condos actually went the other way, up a touch, barely moving either direction, honestly. And sales more than doubled from last year. Sounds like a comeback until you realize last year was one of the worst Junes ever recorded. Doubling a terrible number still gives you a bad number. We're still way below the normal June average, and it splits hard by type. Single family detached semis townhomes actually beat its normal 10-year average. Condos are still 85% below theirs. Two very different markets sitting under one headline number. Okay, here's what nobody explaining this is telling you. This isn't the resale market. This isn't what you'd see searching on MLS. This is new construction, pre-sale, and it's built off builders' asking prices, not what nobody actually paid at closing. It doesn't even adjust what's actually being built that month. So if builders quietly shift towards a smaller, cheaper product, fewer big detached homes going up for sale, that average can fall off a cliff on paper without a single buyer paying $1 less for the house they actually want. And that's the real story, honestly. Back in May, the same outlet ran the opposite headline on this exact same index, which were saying that builders were raising their prices, especially to soak up Ontario's new HST rebate. New homes get quoted with HST built in. So buyers sign that rebate over to the builders at closing, which means a bigger rebate lets the builders post a bigger sticker price. One bank actually called it a builder's bailout. Same index, same rebate, opposite headlines, just 2 months apart. That's not a market in free fall. That's a small, noisy number that swings hard every time the mix of homes for sale shifts. And right now, with the rebate reshaping how builders price things all the way through next March, that mix is shifting constantly. Here's how I actually test this with buyers. 3 levels. 1, the benchmark. Fine, it tells you the market is under pressure. That part is real, but that's the headline, not your deal. 2, the builder's actual net price, not the base price on the brochure. Add a lot premium, the upgrades, the parking adjustment, and then subtract whatever incentive they're willing to give you on closing. So say, just as an example, a builder is advertising a townhome at $1 million. 30 grand for a lot premium, 25,000 in upgrade, 15 in adjustment. Then they knock $50,000 off as an incentive. Sounds like $50,000 off. Your actual number is about $1.02 million. Compare that real number against what's actually selling nearby, resale and other builders. That's the only way you know if it's a real good deal or not. Most people never get past level 1. That's the expensive mistake. Now, I'm not going to pretend there's nothing real here. Sales are still way below the 10-year average. New construction demand genuinely hasn't come back, condos especially. That part is completely true. What's not reliable is treating one 10.7% monthly wobble in the list price index as a proof that bottom fell out. One more thing worth knowing. Regulators have quietly raised concern about rebate inflated builder prices getting used as comparable for appraisals. If you're closing on a pre-construction unit in the next year or two, get that looked at now, not at the finish line. So, crash headlines, jump headlines, doesn't matter. Ask for the net price after the rebate. Pull real close comparables, not benchmarks. And if you got a pre-construction closing coming up, get the appraisal side reviewed very early on. If you want me to run that on your specific contract or compare it against a resale option, call me today. Real numbers, not a headline. And if this cleared something up for you, tell me in the comments. I read all of them. That's the real picture. Now you know. I'm Marco Momeni, and I'll see you in the next video.
Ask Marco,